Lesson04Comp02a, and we are going to basically use the pen tool to cut out this flower so that we can colorize it separately from the background. And so the first thing we'll do is we'll make the flower larger in frame to make our life easier. I'm holding down the space bar to get that little hand so that I can adjust it to where I want in the comp. And then we need to make sure that the layer is selected. Then we're going to pick the pen tool and make sure that this is unchecked. And then we will start drawing the flower. I'm going to, oops. And you want to be careful to be as exact as you can. I'm going to actually add a point here, and I'm going to hold down the command button so I can tweak it here. When you want to add, when you break the order, you want to make sure that you're touching this last one before you start to add again. That will continue the chain, otherwise it'll start a whole new mask and mess with you. So I'm going to click that again, and I'm holding down the command button, so I'm releasing the command button to draw again. Command button down to adjust this. I'm going to hold the option button down so that it just allows me the control over one handle. And if anything, we want to be clipping just inside the flower. There we go. I'm holding down the control button, pick that last one, and now I'm going to continue drawing my shape. Holding the option button down so I can just mess with the one Bezier. Holding the space bar, I'm going to actually draw off the comp. Make sure that I get all of the stem. In a perfect world, the fewer the points, the better. What's necessary to do a really good job of catching the contours. So I'm just using my fingers just to jump between command and option as I tweak the shape. Holding the command button so I can move this point in a little bit. Activate my end so that the chain can continue. So that is our shape, cut out nice and beautifully. What we can do, now we need to return our background. So what we'll do is I'm going to click on this file, I'm going to hit Command D to duplicate it, and that will duplicate the mask as well. And then the bottom frame, I'm going to delete the mask by highlighting the mask, press and delete. And now we are going to color correct the background. Let's see what black and white does. All right. So we'll see that the mask looks pretty good. If yours is off a little bit, you can always like reduce the expansion a little bit. I'll clip this off so that we can see. See, I reduced it by 1 pixel, and you can see that we've got the kind of got that black and white edge a little bit on the expansion. Let's see if we went 1 extra. And 1 extra is actually showing us a little bleed from the grass. So that's pretty accurate. What might help us is to feather this a little bit. Let's see what a 3 pixel feather. Yeah, it just softens the edges just a little bit so that it feels like it's blended into the background. And so that's what you guys want to render for me. It doesn't need to be a very long render. You know, just something like 1 second, because I'm just going to see how well you did it cutting out that background and separating it from there. All right, render that.